It is also one of India's Project Tiger Reserve. Before the formal establishment of the Tiger Reserve, there were efforts to protect the area's wildlife and forests. In 1995, the Maharashtra government officially notified the creation of the Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve, declaring it a protected area under the Wildlife Protection Act. Tadoba was created as an integral part of the Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve in Maharashtra to address conservation expansion. The 12 entry grades of the buffer zone of Tadoba are Agarzari, Mamla, Devada-Adegaon, Junona, Kolara, Zari, Ramdegi-Navegaon, Kesalghat, Alizanza, Chora, Chinchola, Madnapur, Nimdela, Ramdegi, Pangdi, and Sirkada. Our film tells the story of life in buffer, unveiling its wildlife and introducing the various adventure to experience. It tempts the viewer to visit the buffer and not miss an opportunity to witness something so natural and unexplored. The Alizanza gate was opened for tourists on 15th May 2016. This zone connects to the Ramdegi zone. The gate is 11 kilometers from Chora and takes around 25 minutes to reach. This part of the jungle is good for birding, sighting of sloth bears, and is also territory of tigers like Chamatka, Zari, Bhanuskende, Babli, and females. Madnapur Gate. Spotted tigers here is good enough, and we can assure you that you will come across many species as well. One of the amazing buffer zones where Junabai female tigress is popular here. Other males like K2 and Tadoba are also dominant in this zone. And then it happened. A crackling voice erupted from our driver's mobile, startling everyone. Junabai Tigress has given birth to two cubs around a year back. 11-year-old Junabai has become a mother for the fifth time. So far, she has given birth to 17 calves. The first batch produced 3 calves, the second 4, the third 4, the fourth 4, and the recently born fifth 2 calves. A total of 17 such calves have been born till date. Sources inform that the recently born calves are from a tiger named Tadoba. The tourists marveled at the sight, their hearts filled with awe. We watched in silence, mindful of the privilege of witnessing such a magnificent creature in her element. Every click of the camera and every rustle of leaves seemed to echo through the clearing, but Junabai remained undisturbed. As moments turned into minutes, Junabai's vigilance became apparent. She would intermittently lift her head, her eyes locking onto us with a mix of curiosity and caution. Her majestic presence was a reminder that despite her apparent serenity, she was a wild and powerful predator, always attuned to her surroundings. After what felt like an eternity, Junabai rose with a fluid grace that belied her size. Her powerful muscles rippled beneath her coat as she stood tall. She cast one last glance at the mesmerized onlookers, her eyes communicating a silent message, an acknowledgement of their presence in her rear. And then, like a ghost, she vanished into the emerald depths of the forest, her silent footsteps leaving no trace. The clearing, once graced by her presence, fell into a profound stillness as if the tigress had been a mirage, a fleeting dream of the wild. Morning safaris offer a unique and captivating experience in the natural world for several reasons, making them highly sought after by wildlife enthusiasts and nature lovers. Many animals are most active during dawn and dusk. Morning safaris provide an opportunity to observe wildlife when they are more active, increasing the chances of exciting sightings. Predators, including big cats like lions and leopards, often hunt during the early hours of the morning. The soft and golden light of the early morning sun creates ideal conditions for photography. Mornings are generally cooler than afternoons, which makes safari experience more encounters. It was time to visit the Bilara zone, which is famous for the famous tiger Zari and Tigress Veera, who is nurturing toddler cubs at the moment. It needs great luck to spot them, as mothers tend to be extra protective with cubs of that age. The landscapes of the Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve have the power to captivate the hearts of all who venture into its depths. Deep in the heart of Tadoba, there was a small village called Suryanagar. Surrounded by lush greenery, it was a haven for nature enthusiasts and wildlife lovers. The villagers had coexisted with the forest for generations, sharing their lives with the myriad of creatures that call Tadoba home. We could not stop ourselves from clicking our happiness everywhere we turned. There was something awe-inspiring to capture. Sadly, Bilara went dry. Next, it was Alizanza again in the The animals were going about their daily routines when the news spread like wildfire through the jungle there was a tiger nearby. Excitement buzzed in the air like electricity, and the word had quickly reached every corner of the zone. Without a second thought, we rushed to the spot where all the safari vehicles were heading. There he was, the king of Tadoba, Chamatka. The great cat lay sprawled out beneath the table shade of a giant tree beside a river stream where he was cooling himself down. The king of the jungle was, quite simply, asleep. Cameras and binoculars were poised, and whispered excitement filled the air as we watched the slumbering tiger. Its rhythmic breathing was the only sound that broke the stillness of the forest. Occasionally, it would flick its tail or stretch a paw lazily, but there was no indication that he intended to get up anytime soon. The first to disrupt the order of Matkasur-Bajrang duo was Rudra. He arrived in the late 2019 and has been constantly at war with Matkasur, beating Matkasur badly while injuring himself. Matkasur would recluse in the fringes of his territory, recuperating and returning to engage in further skirmishes with Rudra. It wasn't until the arrival of Tala that things changed forever. The brothers Tala and Rudra started to push Matkasur out of his territory. Two young males were too much for the aging Matkasur. The fight now was reduced to the brothers and the son of Matkasur, Chamatka, who is nearly of the same age as the brothers. Chamatka was also seen with injuries and was seemingly pushed further north into the fringes and buffer, where he established his own order. Chamatka is currently ruling Alizanza, Nimdela and Navegaon buffer zone. He is the son of the two iconic tigers Chotitara and Matkasur. This legendary tiger has fathered many cubs in the Tiger Reserve and currently has many females under him. By the monsoons of 2021, Chamatka was mauled badly by Mowgli, a fight that disfigured Chamatka. He recovered and launched a spate of attacks on Mowgli. In April 2022, Chamatka had the upper hand. He injured and exiled Mowgli and claimed the entire territory. He later killed the cubs of Charni, fathered by Mowgli, and expanded his territory.
मेरा नाम सुकेश रंगारी, मैं ताड़ोबा का ड्राइवर हूँ। ताड़ोबा में मैं 8 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ। यहाँ पे टाइगर साइडिंग अच्छी हो रही।
कौन कौन से टाइगर मिलते हैं
अलीजंजा में? छोटा मटका, भानुस्कंडी फीमेल और बबली फीमेल और झरनी फीमेल मिलती है। पर में बोले तो अभी पूरा हम इधर से श्रमदान करके पूरा हम जंगल इसमें लगे हैं ना, पूरा श्रमदान करके गाइड ड्राइवर करके हमने अभी जंगल में पूरे रास्ते निकाले हैं और उसमें वहाँ पे पूरा काम किया है। उसकी वजह से हमको अच्छा मिला है, जंगल में पूरा रोज़गार मिला है, अच्छा रोज़गार मिला है।
तो तुमको लगता है कि आगे भी ये बफर में तुमने जो मेहनत किया है इससे इस जंगल का अच्छा होगा, टाइगर्स को हम लोग बचा सकते हैं?
हाँ सर, बचा सकते हैं, अच्छा होगा ना।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
In Tadoba,